My beloved child, this is a season of abundance in your life, a time when your heart swells with joy and your spirit dances in the light of my favor. You've been trudging uphill for what feels like forever, enduring the weight of challenges that threaten to break you. But look around you now. Those hard days are behind you, and you're walking through a landscape of lush meadows, bathed in the warmth of my love. The air is sweet, the sun is gentle, and every breath you take is filled with the fragrance of blessings. I want you to savor this moment, to truly bask in it, because it's my gift to you. I've seen your struggles, and I've watched as you pressed on, even when the path was steep. This is your time to rest, to rejoice, and to let your soul be nourished by the goodness I've poured out for you. Don't rush through it. Let it fill you up. You might find yourself hesitating when faced with the sheer magnitude of my blessings. There's a part of you that wonders if you're worthy of such lavish gifts, that nagging voice in the back of your mind whispering that you haven't earned this. But let me set the record straight. None of my gifts are given because of merit or because you've done something to earn them. My kingdom doesn't operate on the principles of earning and deserving. It's about believing and receiving. So let go of that false guilt, those thoughts that you need to somehow measure up before you can accept what I'm offering. This isn't a transaction, it's a gift. And I want you to receive it with the joy and the freedom of a child who knows they're loved beyond measure. It grieves me when I see you holding back, reluctant to embrace the fullness of what I've given you. I watch as you hesitate, as you question whether you should really accept these blessings, and it saddens me. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to dive in, to take hold of everything I'm pouring into your life, and to do so with a heart full of gratitude. When you hesitate, when you shrink back from my gifts, it's like turning away from the very love I'm longing to lavish upon you. But when you open your heart and your hands to receive, it fills me with joy. There's a beautiful harmony that happens when you receive with gratitude and I give with delight. It's a dance, a rhythm of grace that's meant to fill your life with joy. Let go of the idea that you have to earn my love, that somehow you need to prove yourself worthy before you can fully experience the blessings I'm giving you. You see, my love for you isn't based on what you do. It's based on who I am. I am love, and everything I do flows out of that love. When I bless you, it's an expression of my heart towards you. So when you start to feel unworthy, when you begin to doubt whether you should accept the good things in your life, remember this. It's not about you being deserving. It's about me being generous. I don't give because you've earned it. I give because I love you. And that love isn't something you have to work for. It's a gift. I want you to revel in my gifts, my child. I want you to let them wash over you, to fill you up, to overflow from your life into the lives of those around you. When you receive my blessings with a grateful heart, it doesn't just bring you joy, it brings me joy too. There's something beautiful that happens when you allow yourself to be loved, when you let my blessings fill your life. It's a reflection of my heart, a glimpse of the way I want you to live, fully, freely, abundantly. So don't hold back. Don't let doubts or guilt or anything else keep you from experiencing the fullness of my love. It's yours, freely given, and I want you to enjoy it to the full. And here's something else, my child. I want you to share these blessings. I've poured out my goodness on you, not just for your sake, but so that you can be a blessing to others. When you're overflowing with my love, it's meant to spill over into the lives of those around you. Don't keep it to yourself. Let it flow out, let it touch others. Let it bring hope and joy and encouragement to those who are still struggling up that hill you've just come down from. You've been given much, and now you have the opportunity to give as well. It's a cycle of blessing, a circle of grace, and you're a vital part of it. Don't be afraid to embrace this season of abundance. Sometimes, when everything's going well, there's a fear that it won't last, that something will come along to snatch it away. But I want you to trust me in this. This time of blessing is my gift to you, and it's not fragile or fleeting. Yes, life has its ups and downs, but right now this is your moment to soak in my goodness. Don't let fear rob you of the joy that's yours right now. Trust that I'm with you, that I'm for you, and that my love for you is steadfast and unchanging. As you walk through this season, my child, keep your eyes on me. It's easy to get caught up in the blessings themselves, to start focusing on the gifts instead of the giver. But remember, every good thing in your life is a reflection of my heart for you. It's all meant to draw you closer to me, to deepen your relationship with me, and to give you a greater understanding of my love. So enjoy the blessings, yes, but let them lead you back to me. Let them be reminders of my presence, my care, and my desire for you to live a life that's full and rich in every way. And as you receive, remember to give thanks. Gratitude is the key that unlocks even more of my blessings in your life. When you acknowledge the good things I've done for you, it opens your heart to receive even more. It's not that I'm withholding anything from you, but gratitude shifts your perspective. It helps you see just how much you've already been given. It turns your heart towards me, and it creates a space where even greater blessings can flow. So make gratitude a daily practice. Count your blessings, not just the big ones, but the small ones too, and let your heart overflow with thanksgiving. Know that I delight in you. I take joy in blessing you, in providing for you, and in watching you thrive. You are my beloved, and my heart is for you always. There's nothing you can do to earn my love, and there's nothing you can do to lose it. It's yours, freely given, unconditionally offered. So live in that love. Let it be the foundation of your life, the source of your joy, and the anchor of your soul. My pleasure in giving and your pleasure in receiving are meant to flow together, creating a life that's filled with joy, peace, and an abundance that comes straight from my heart. Embrace it, my child, and let it carry you into the fullness of all I have for you. Sit with me, my child. Let's strip away the worries and fears that have been clinging to you like a heavy coat. You don't need to carry all that burden. You're not meant to. When you sit quietly with me, just breathe and let all those fears bubble up to the surface. Don't be afraid to face them. You see, when they rise up in the light of my presence, they're like bubbles in the sunlight, fragile, temporary, and quick to disappear. They seem so large and overwhelming when they're hidden in the shadows of your mind. But when they come into my light, you'll see how easily they pop and fade away. But I know some fears are stubborn, aren't they? They're like those weeds that keep popping up in the garden no matter how often you pull them out. Especially the fear of the future. Oh, that one can be relentless. You're so used to projecting yourself into tomorrow, into next week, next year, even decades from now. And what do you see? You see yourself struggling, don't you? You imagine yourself facing challenges, all alone, falling apart. But here's the thing, my child. What you're seeing isn't real. It's a distorted image, a mirage that tricks your mind. You're seeing a future without me, and that's simply not the truth. You see, you're imagining a world where you're left to fend for yourself, and that's why it feels so overwhelming. But that's not how it will be. Wherever you go, whenever you step into that unknown future, I'll be right there with you, holding your hand, guiding your steps. The fears you're conjuring up don't include me in the picture, and that's why they seem so terrifying. But I am here, and I will be there, always. The gloomy scenarios you imagine, they won't come to pass, not with me by your side. My presence changes everything, my child. When a worry about the future sneaks up on you, and it will, because that's how the enemy likes to play, don't let it take root. Grab hold of it before it settles in. Take that fearful image, that worst-case scenario, and shine my light on it. Suffuse it with my presence. Say to yourself, Jesus will be with me then and there. With his help, I can cope. Because that's the truth, my child. When the time comes, you won't face it alone. You'll face it with me. And that makes all the difference. You've got to stop living in the what-ifs of tomorrow and come back to today. You're missing out on the peace I'm offering you right now because you're so caught up in the worries of a future that hasn't even happened. Come home to the present, my child. This is where I am. This is where you'll find my peace. Not in the hypothetical future you're dreaming up, but here, right here, in this moment. Let me fill your heart with my peace. Let me quiet your mind. I know it's not easy. The world tells you to plan ahead, to be prepared for whatever might come your way. And yes, there's wisdom in being responsible. But don't let that wisdom turn into a burden of fear. Trust me to take care of the future, just as I'm taking care of you now. Do your part, yes, but leave the worrying to me. Your job is to trust, to walk with me, to stay present with me. Remember, I've already seen your future, and I've already provided for every need you'll ever have. Nothing will take me by surprise. There's no situation you'll encounter that I haven't already made a way through. So when you start to worry, remind yourself of that. Tell your heart, Jesus is already there, making a way for me. That's the truth you can hold on to, the truth that will anchor you when the storms of fear start to blow. Come back to me, my child. Come back to the now. Let me wrap you in my love, my peace, my presence. Let's walk through this day together, one step at a time. Don't rush ahead to tomorrow. Don't borrow trouble from a future that hasn't even come. Stay here with me. This is where you're meant to be, in this moment, in my presence. And when tomorrow comes, I'll be there, just as I'm here with you now. You'll never have to face a single moment of your life without me. That's my promise to you, my child. And I always keep my promises. So rest in that. Rest in me. Let the worries fade away. Let the fears dissolve. Come sit quietly with me and know that I am God. My child, learn to cherish the tough days, those moments when everything feels like it's falling apart. These aren't just random hurdles thrown your way to trip you up. They're opportunities wrapped in grit to draw closer to me. When life tosses you into rough patches, let those challenges ignite something deep inside you. Don't just stumble through them. Let them sharpen you like iron on iron. You're not walking alone, remember that. As we navigate these rocky paths together, know this. With me by your side, there's nothing we can't handle. It's not just a vague hope, it's a rock-solid truth. It's the core of who I am and who you are in me. You've got to understand, my child, that your strength isn't just your own. It's forged in the fire of our relationship. You and I, we've been through some things, haven't we? Look back and see how I've carried you, even when you didn't realize it. Those weren't just flukes or lucky breaks. Those were me working in your life, pulling you through the muck and mire and bringing you out on the other side stronger, wiser, more resilient. So when you're staring down the barrel of another tough day, don't lose heart. Remember the promises I've made to you, the ones you've clung to in the past, and know that I'm still holding up my end of the bargain. I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes, it's easy to forget how far you've come. You get so caught up in the here and now, the pressure, the anxiety, the fear, that you lose sight of the bigger picture. But I'm urging you, stop, take a breath, and look back. See how I've guided you, even when the road was dark and you couldn't see a step ahead of you. Remember the times when you thought there was no way out, and yet here you are. That wasn't just by chance. That was me, your God, who doesn't change like the shifting shadows. I was with you then, and I'm with you now. That's the bedrock of your confidence, my child. You know, it's easy to say, that was then, this is now, as if the past doesn't matter, as if it doesn't have any bearing on your present circumstances. But let me remind you of something crucial. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I don't change, my child. The world may turn upside down, people may let you down, and circumstances may shift like sand, but I remain steadfast. I'm your constant, your anchor in the storm. So when you're tempted to think that the past doesn't count, think again. The same God who got you through those rough patches before is right here, ready to do it again. Trust me. In my presence, you find everything you need. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, even in the midst of trials. You see, when you live in my presence, you're connected to a source that never runs dry. It's like a wellspring of life that keeps on giving, no matter how parched the land around you is. So when you're feeling dry, worn out, and like you've got nothing left to give, come to me. Drink deeply from my love, my peace, my strength. I've got enough to sustain you through whatever comes your way. You're not just scraping by, you're living in the abundance of my grace. You move through life, my child, with me as your guide, your protector, your closest companion. You may not always feel my presence, but that doesn't mean I'm not there. Sometimes I'm the whisper in the wind, the gentle nudge that steers you back on course. Other times, I'm the roaring fire that consumes all your doubts and fears. But no matter how I choose to reveal myself, know this: I am with you. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, because I'm here to share the load. Lean on me, my child. Let me be your strength when you're weak, your light in the darkness. There's a rhythm to life, and when you walk with me, you start to feel it. It's like a heartbeat, steady and sure, guiding you through the highs and lows. Sometimes the beat is fast, frenetic, and you feel like you're running just to keep up. Other times, it slows down, almost to a crawl, and you wonder if you're ever going to get where you're supposed to be. But trust the rhythm, my child. Trust that I know the tempo of your life, and I'm setting the pace for a reason. You don't have to rush ahead or lag behind. Just keep step with me, and you'll find your way. It's in the tough times that your faith is tested, refined, and made pure. Don't shy away from these moments of trial. Embrace them as opportunities to grow deeper in your trust in me. It's like gold being refined in the fire. Yes, it's hot, it's uncomfortable, but it's also necessary to burn away the impurities. When you come through the other side, you're not the same. You're stronger, more resilient, more like the person I've created you to be. So when the heat is on, don't despair. Remember, I'm right there with you, holding you up, refining you for something greater. Let me remind you, my child, that you don't walk this path alone. You're part of something much bigger than yourself. You're part of my story, and I'm writing it with every step you take. The challenges you face aren't meaningless. They're part of the narrative I'm weaving in your life. And just as a good story has its twists and turns, so too does yours. But remember, I'm the author, and I've already written the ending. It's a good one, my child, filled with hope, joy, and victory. So keep walking, keep trusting, and know that the best is yet to come. Rest in the knowledge that in me you live, move, and have your being. Your life is not a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated journey that I am guiding you through. Every breath you take, every step you make, is in my presence. You're never outside of my reach, never beyond my care. So live boldly, move confidently, and be who I've called you to be. You're not just surviving, you're thriving in the fullness of life that I've given you. And as you do, know that I'm right here, cheering you on, holding you close, and loving you more than you can ever imagine. My child, listen closely to my words. Today, as you walk the path set before you, you'll encounter countless moments where decisions must be made. Some will seem trivial, mere blips on the radar of your day, but don't underestimate their importance. Every choice, no matter how small, carries weight in my eyes. Many around you make decisions based on what feels right in the moment or what others expect of them. But I have called you to a higher way. Let me be your compass, guiding you in all things big and small. When you keep me at the forefront, the answers will come naturally, as if you already knew the way. You see, it's easy to fall into the habit of just going through the motions. The world moves fast, and it's tempting to just react, to go with the flow, especially when you're tired or distracted. But I want you to pause, even if just for a split second, and turn your heart towards me. When you're in step with me, when my presence is what you crave most, you'll find that the right choices become clear, almost effortless. It's like muscle memory. When you've spent enough time with me, you'll just know what pleases me without having to overthink it. Now, don't get me wrong, my child. I know the pressures you face. People tugging you this way and that, responsibilities piling up, the noise of the world constantly trying to drown out my voice. But that's precisely why you need to anchor yourself in me. When you seek my pleasure above all else, you're not just making good decisions. You're aligning yourself with my perfect will. It's not about rigid rules or fear of making mistakes. It's about flowing in the rhythm of my grace. The more you delight in me, the more you'll sense my guidance in every twist and turn of your day. Imagine for a moment that I am the artist, and your life is the canvas. Every choice you make is a brushstroke, adding color and texture to the masterpiece I'm creating. When you're in tune with me, each stroke is deliberate, beautiful, and in harmony with my grand design. But when you act out of impulse or try to please others before me, it's like smudging the paint, making the image unclear. So, let me guide your hand. Trust that my ways, even when they seem difficult, will always result in the most beautiful outcome. I know that the idea of pleasing me in every moment might seem overwhelming, but I'm not asking you to be perfect. What I desire is your heart, a heart that seeks me first, that longs to bring me joy. When you stumble, and you will, don't be discouraged. Just look back to me and I'll set you right again. Remember, my grace is sufficient for you, and my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Every day is a new opportunity to grow closer to me, to learn to love what I love, and to reflect my light in all you do. My child, it's all about relationship. I'm not some distant deity watching from afar, waiting for you to mess up. No, I'm right here, beside you, within you, cheering you on, guiding you with a love that knows no bounds. The closer you are to me, the more you'll feel my pleasure in your life. It's like the warmth of the sun on your face, a gentle reminder that you are loved, cherished, and held. So, lean into me. Let my love be your motivation, and everything else will fall into place. When challenges arise, and they will, remember that you don't face them alone. I'm here, ready to provide wisdom, strength, and peace. Sometimes, my guidance will come as a still, small voice. Other times as a sudden clarity, a knowing in your spirit that this is the way to go. Trust that I'm always speaking, always leading, even when it seems quiet. And when in doubt, just glance my way. I promise you, my child, that I'm never far off. I delight in every moment you turn to me. As you walk through this day, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Yes, there will be decisions to make, but there will also be blessings to receive, lessons to learn, and love to share. Delight in the beauty of my creation, the laughter of loved ones, the simple joys that I've placed in your path. All these are gifts from me, reminders of my goodness. When you delight in me, you'll start to see my fingerprints in every part of your life. And that, my child, is a joy beyond measure. I've created you for more than just getting by. You were made to thrive, to live abundantly, to experience my joy in all its fullness. So, don't settle for anything less. Seek me, not just in the big moments, but in the small, seemingly insignificant ones. When you make me your priority, everything else will find its proper place. You'll discover a peace that surpasses understanding, a strength that carries you through the toughest of times, and a joy that no one can take away. Know that I'm proud of you. Every time you choose me, every time you seek my pleasure, you are growing, becoming more of who I created you to be. I see your heart, and it brings me great joy. So, keep pressing in, keep seeking me, and watch how I move in your life. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for something greater, for the one who loves you with an everlasting love. And that, my child, is the greatest purpose of all. My child, listen closely to me. I want you to see the beauty that surrounds you, not just in the world, but in you too. Every bit of true beauty reflects a piece of who I am. When you marvel at a sunset, catch the scent of a blooming flower, or hear the laughter of a child, you're catching glimpses of my essence. But here's the thing. I'm not just the artist of the universe. I'm the artist of your soul. I'm crafting something breathtaking within you, working on you day by day, stroke by stroke. I'm clearing out the clutter, making room for my spirit to flow freely within you. Trust me, my child. You are my masterpiece in the making. But I know it's not easy. When I start moving things around, it can feel unsettling, even painful. I might ask you to let go of something you've held on to tightly, something you thought you couldn't live without. But trust me, I know what needs to go and what needs to stay. I see the whole picture, while you only see a part. You might not understand why I'm taking something away, but believe me, it's for your good. I'm not a God who takes without giving. I'm making space, not just empty space, but a holy place where my spirit can dwell more fully within you. It's a divine exchange, my child. Will you let me do my work? I know how much you crave security. You want to feel safe, to know that everything will be okay. And often, you look for that security in what you can hold in your hands, your possessions, your plans, your routines. But those things, my child, they're fleeting. They can't give you the lasting peace you seek. I'm teaching you something deeper, something more profound. I want you to find your security in me alone, not in what you have, but in who I am. It's not about what's in your hands, but about what's in your heart. I am your foundation, your rock, your unshakable refuge. There will be times when you have much, and other times when you have little. Both are from my hand. When you have much, enjoy it, but don't cling to it. And when you have little, trust that I am still with you, providing for you in ways you may not yet see. I want you to learn to be content in all circumstances, knowing that I am enough for you, whether you're in abundance or in want. It's not about the stuff, my child. It's about me, about our relationship, our connection. That's where true contentment lies. I know you like to be in control, to have things go the way you want them to. It's natural, but it's not the way to true peace. I'm asking you to let go of the reins, release your grip, my child, and trust me to guide you. I know the path ahead, even when you don't. You see, when you're busy trying to control everything, your hands are too full to receive what I want to give you. But when you release, when you let go, your hands are open, ready to receive my blessings, my grace, my love. I want you to live with a heart wide open, ready to receive whatever I have for you in every moment. This isn't about passivity, my child. It's about trust. Trusting me in the big things and the small, in the seen and the unseen. It's about knowing that I am good, that I am for you, and that I am always working for your good, even when you can't see it. It's about cultivating a posture of receptivity, a willingness to let me be God in your life, fully and completely. Sometimes, you'll have to let go of something before you're ready. Other times, you'll receive something unexpected, something you didn't even know you needed. This is part of the journey, my child, part of learning to trust me more deeply. I see the whole picture, remember? I know what's best for you, even when it doesn't make sense to you in the moment. Trust my timing, trust my plan, and trust that I am with you every step of the way. It's okay to feel uncertain, to wonder what comes next. But don't let that uncertainty turn into fear or doubt. Instead, let it draw you closer to me. Let it be a reminder that you are not in control, and that's okay because I am. I hold you in the palm of my hand, and I will never let you go. When you feel lost or afraid, come to me. Let my presence be your comfort, your guide, your safe place. My child, I want you to live fully, to experience the fullness of life that I have for you. But that fullness isn't found in things or circumstances. It's found in me. In my presence, there is fullness of joy, peace that passes understanding, and love that never fails. That's what I want for you, more than anything else. So come, trust me, let go of what you need to let go of, and open your heart to receive all that I have for you. Remember, I am with you, always. I am your God, your Creator, your Father. I love you with an everlasting love, and I am committed to you, to your growth, to your journey. So let's walk this path together, hand in hand, heart to heart. Trust me, my child, and watch as I work wonders in your life. My child, feel my presence wrapping around you like a warm, comforting blanket. I'm here with you, as real as the air you breathe, enveloping you in my boundless love and peace. You don't have to strain to feel me. Just let go, relax, and you'll sense me right there beside you. Even in the quietest moments when everything around you seems still, I'm busy at work within you. I'm gently molding your thoughts, reshaping your desires, and cleansing your heart. You might not always notice it, but every breath you take in my presence is a step closer to becoming the person I created you to be. Trust the process, my child. Even when you don't see the changes, they're happening, deep within your soul. As you step out into your day, don't leave me behind. Keep that connection, that awareness of me, strong and steady. I'm not just for the quiet moments. I'm with you in every step you take, every decision you make. If something starts to trouble you, don't hold it in or try to figure it out on your own. Talk to me about it. I'm here to listen, to offer wisdom, and to calm the storms in your mind. You don't have to carry burdens alone when I'm right here, ready to share the load. And when the day gets dull and the monotony starts to creep in, don't let your mind wander to places that don't serve you. Fill that space with prayers, with thoughts of gratitude, with praise for the good that exists, even in the simplest things. People will test you. That's just part of life. But when someone irritates you, don't let your thoughts get stuck on their faults. It's easy to dwell on what others do wrong, but that only keeps you tethered to negativity. Instead, when you find yourself getting frustrated, gently bring your focus back to me. Remember that I see the bigger picture, and I understand the struggles and the pain that others carry, just as I understand yours. When you turn your thoughts to me, I can help you see them with eyes of compassion rather than judgment. Every moment is an opportunity to grow closer to me, to see the world as I see it, through the lens of love and forgiveness. Life can be unpredictable, my child, but that's where your faith comes in. Even on days when everything seems to go wrong, you can find peace in knowing that I'm with you. My presence isn't dependent on your circumstances. It's a constant, unchanging force in your life. When you're tuned into me, you'll start to notice that even the hardest days have their blessings. Maybe it's in the way the sun breaks through the clouds after a storm, or in a kind word from a stranger when you need it most. These aren't coincidences. They're my way of reminding you that I'm always here, guiding you, holding you up when you feel like you're about to fall. I know that life can get busy, and distractions are everywhere. But don't let them pull you away from me. Keep your focus on what's truly important. There's nothing wrong with being busy, but it's easy to lose sight of me when you're caught up in the whirlwind of daily tasks. That's why I encourage you to check in with me throughout the day. It doesn't have to be a formal prayer, just a quick thought, a silent moment of gratitude, or even a deep breath where you acknowledge my presence. These small acts of mindfulness can make a big difference in how you experience your day. I designed you for a purpose, my child, and part of that purpose is to stay connected with me. You're not meant to walk this journey alone, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. I'm here to help you, to guide you, and to give you the strength you need to face whatever comes your way. But you have to let me in, to invite me into the spaces where you feel weak or uncertain. I'm not a distant, unreachable God. I'm as close as your next breath, ready to offer you the wisdom and support you need to navigate this life. Don't underestimate the power of my presence, my child. It's more than just a feeling. It's a source of strength, of peace, and of transformation. When you stay focused on me, you'll find that the things that used to weigh you down start to lose their grip. Your worries, your fears, even your doubts, they all begin to fade away in the light of my love. It's not that the challenges disappear, but they no longer have the power to overwhelm you because you know that I'm with you, every step of the way. Remember that every moment is precious when you're focused on me. Even the mundane tasks of life can become acts of worship when you do them with me in mind. Washing the dishes, driving to work, even the smallest things can be opportunities to connect with me if you keep your heart open. Life isn't just about the big, grand moments. It's about finding me in the everyday, in the ordinary. That's where true peace lies, in recognizing that I'm with you, not just in the highs, but in the lows and in everything in between. So, as you move through your day, carry this truth with you. I'm with you, always. My love surrounds you, my peace fills you, and my presence guides you. There's no place you can go where I won't be there. No situation is too dark, no challenge too great, that I can't bring my light and my wisdom into it. Trust in me, lean on me, and let me be the constant in your life that never changes, no matter what else does. When you keep your focus on me, you'll find that every day has the potential to be a good day, simply because I'm in it. Know that you are deeply loved, not for what you do or for how well you perform, but simply because you are mine. That's something that will never change, so rest in that assurance and let it fill you with peace and joy as you go about your day. I'm with you, now and always. Let that truth be the anchor for your soul, the light that guides your path, and the strength that carries you through whatever life may bring. My child, don't let anything in this world shake you to your core. When you wake up and see a mountain of challenges in front of you, don't for a second think you've been left to climb it alone. I see every twist and turn before you even open your eyes, and believe me, I'm already there, ready to pour out my strength into you. You might think your power is always the same day in and day out, but that's not how it works with me. No, my child, I give you what you need when you need it. And sometimes that means you're going to feel stronger than you ever thought possible. Let's get one thing straight. Comparing your strength to the trials of the day is like trying to measure the ocean with a teaspoon. It just doesn't work. You look at your day and wonder, can I handle this? But you're looking at it all wrong. The power I give you isn't some standard issue, one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's tailor-made, crafted just for you, with every detail of your life in mind. When the day looks tough, don't think I've forgotten to give you what you need. Instead, recognize that I'm already ahead of the game, giving you exactly what's necessary to not just survive, but to thrive. Now here's something you might not have realized. Your willingness to lean on me plays a huge part in all of this. The more you depend on me, the more I can work through you. It's like a partnership, you see. When you come to me wide-eyed and ready to trust, you open the door for me to fill you up with power like never before. But when you try to go it alone, well, let's just say you're limiting what could be an overflowing well of strength. I'm not asking you to be perfect, just to come to me with open hands and an open heart, ready to receive all that I've got for you. So when you're staring down a tough day, don't shrink back. Instead, see it as a chance to watch me in action. Consider it a front row seat to the incredible things I can do when you let me take the lead. You might not see the solution right away, but trust me, it's there. The more you look to me, the more you'll see. My hand moving in ways that might just leave you speechless. Don't be surprised if you end up amazed at the strength you find within yourself. It's me, working in you, through you, and for you. Think of every challenge as an invitation, a chance to get closer to me. The bigger the obstacle, the more of my power I'm ready to unleash in your life. But here's the kicker. You've got to ask for it. I'm not going to force my help on you. It's always there, ready and waiting, but you need to reach out and take it. So, go ahead and ask. And then watch what happens when you do. You'll be blown away by the ways I show up, making the impossible seem possible, the unbearable bearable, and the darkness full of light. Remember this, I never give you more than you can handle. But let me be clear, I'm not talking about your strength alone. I'm talking about the strength I give you, the strength that comes from me. On your own, you might feel weak, inadequate, maybe even overwhelmed. But with me, oh, you're unstoppable. Together, there's nothing we can't face. I'm the source of everything you need, every moment of every day. So lean into that truth. Let it sink deep into your soul, and watch as I transform your fears into faith. When you wake up each morning, don't just brace yourself for what's coming. Instead, look up. Look to me. Start your day by inviting me into every moment, every situation, every challenge. And trust that as your day unfolds, so will my strength in you. It's not about what you can do. It's about what I can do through you. And trust me, my child, that's a whole lot more than you might think. Don't measure your day by what you see in front of you. Measure it by the limitless power I'm ready to pour into you. And here's the beautiful thing about all of this. The more you depend on me, the more you'll see just how dependable I am. Your faith isn't just about believing in me. It's about experiencing me in real, tangible ways. Every time you turn to me, you're going to see me come through for you. Sometimes it'll be in big, miraculous ways, and sometimes in the small, quiet moments where you feel my peace washing over you. Either way, I'm there, and I'm moving, even when you can't see it. Face each day with confidence, not in yourself, but in me. Know that no matter what comes your way, I'm with you, giving you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. Don't let your circumstances dictate how you feel or what you believe. Let my presence, my power, be the thing that defines your day. With me by your side, there's nothing you can't handle. Remember, as your day is, so shall your strength be. I'm already ahead of you, making sure of it. In the end, it all comes down to this. You're never alone. Not now, not ever. I'm with you, every step of the way, every breath you take. My strength is yours for the taking, my power ready to flow through you. Just keep looking to me, depending on me, trusting in me, and watch as your life becomes a testament to what's possible when you walk hand in hand with the one who holds all power in his hands. My child, together we've got this. My child, it's me, the one who breathes life into your very being. You know, the one who crafted the stars and stretched out the heavens with my hands. Yes, it's me. And I'm not just some distant force out there in the cosmos. I am right here, so close that you can't even begin to imagine how intertwined we are. It's like a dance, me leading, you following, moving together in perfect harmony. When you feel lost or alone, remember this. I'm holding your hand, guiding each step you take. I'm not just beside you, I'm within you, alive and active in the depths of your soul. It's a mystery, isn't it? But oh, what a glorious mystery it is, one that fills you with a hope that's brighter than the sun. When you're still, when the noise of the world fades away and you sit in my presence, something incredible happens. You begin to feel me more profoundly, don't you? It's like a warm light, gently spreading from the inside out, filling every corner of your heart. That's my life within you, my child. You and I are inseparable. Nothing, absolutely nothing in all creation can come between us. Not the troubles of this world, not your fears or doubts, nothing. I am the anchor of your soul, holding you steady even when the storm rages around you. And in this quietness, as you soak in my presence, your spirit begins to rise, bubbling over with joy that you can't quite explain. That's the joy I give you, my joy. And it's your strength. It's what keeps you going when everything else falls apart. Now, don't you see? This joy isn't just some fleeting feeling. It's a gift from me. It's the joy of knowing you're loved beyond measure, of knowing that no matter what happens, you are safe in my arms. And this joy, it gives you a strength that the world can't understand. It's like having a reservoir of hope inside you, one that never runs dry. So when the weight of the world presses down on you, when you feel like you can't take another step, draw from this well. Let my joy fill you, renew you, and give you the courage to keep going, because you're not walking this path alone. I'm with you every step of the way. Don't you worry about the future. I know how uncertain things can seem, how the unknown can stir up fear and anxiety. But listen to me and listen well. I am the God of hope, and I am filling you with all the joy and peace you need. As you trust in me, as you lean on me, I'm pouring out blessings you can't even see yet. I'm shaping your path, preparing the way before you, and filling your heart with a hope that overflows. It's not a hope based on wishful thinking, but a sure, steadfast hope that comes from knowing who I am. Trust in this, my child, and let that hope be your guide. When you feel weak, when you feel like you've got nothing left to give, remember this. My power is made perfect in your weakness. I know you've heard that before, but let it sink in. Your strength isn't found in your own abilities or efforts. It's found in me. The Holy Spirit, my Spirit, is alive and active within you, giving you power beyond your own. So don't be afraid to lean on me, to rely on my strength when yours fails. I'm not asking you to do this on your own. I'm right here, ready to carry you through whatever comes your way. And, my child, never forget that you are deeply, unconditionally loved. My love for you is not based on what you do or don't do. It's based on who I am. I am love, pure and simple, and that love is poured out for you every moment of every day. It's a love that never fades, never wavers, never gives up. So when you feel unworthy or unloved, remember this: you are precious to me, worth more than you can ever imagine. I gave my Son, Jesus Christ, for you, so that we could be together, so that you could know this love firsthand. Hold on to that truth, my child, and let it fill your heart with peace. Life isn't always easy, and I know there are times when you feel overwhelmed, when the burdens of this world weigh heavy on your shoulders. But I am here to remind you that you don't have to carry those burdens alone. Cast them on me, my child, and let me lighten your load. I'm not just offering to help you carry them, I'm offering to take them from you altogether. My shoulders are broad enough, strong enough, to bear whatever you're going through. So don't hold back. Give it all to me, your worries, your fears, your pain, and let me give you rest. And while you're resting in me, let my peace wash over you. It's not the kind of peace the world offers, the kind that comes and goes with the changing circumstances. No, it's a deep, abiding peace, one that remains even in the midst of chaos. It's the peace that comes from knowing that I am in control, that I am working all things together for your good. So when the storms of life come, when everything seems to be falling apart, hold on to this peace. Let it be the anchor for your soul, keeping you steady no matter what. Know that I am always with you. From the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you lay your head down at night, I am there. I am closer than the air you breathe, closer than your own thoughts. You are never alone, not for a single moment. And when you feel my presence, when you sense my nearness, don't be surprised if you feel overwhelmed with gratitude. That's my gift to you, a reminder that I am here, that I am for you, and that I will never leave you. So take heart, my child, and walk in the confidence that comes from knowing that you are loved, you are cherished, and you are mine. My child, I want you to know, deep within your soul, that you're seen and loved just as you are. There's no need to strive for acceptance or approval from the world, because my love for you is unshakable, unwavering, and pure. When you look in the mirror, I want you to see yourself as I see you, radiant, clothed in my righteousness, free from the stains of guilt and shame. The world might try to tell you otherwise, but remember, my view of you is what matters most. You're mine, and nothing can change that. So bask in the luxury of being fully known, fully loved, just as you are. Let that truth settle in your heart, filling you with peace and joy. Don't let the lies of the enemy or the pressures of this world dim your light. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are cherished beyond measure. When I look at you, I see not just who you are today, but who you will become, your truest, most glorious self, fully alive in me. It's easy to get caught up in the struggles of life, feeling like you're constantly falling short or that you're not enough. But my child, you're more than enough. You're a masterpiece in the making. Each day, I'm molding and shaping you, chiseling away the rough edges, revealing the beauty that lies within. Trust that the work I've begun in you, I will carry on to completion. You may not see the full picture yet, but I do. And let me tell you, it's breathtaking. So hold on to that hope, even on the tough days. You're being transformed from glory to glory, and one day, when you're with me in heaven, you'll see just how glorious you really are. My child, my life is within you, and that is what changes everything. It's not about your own efforts, your own strength, or your own goodness. It's about my spirit alive and active in you. This isn't just some abstract idea, it's a living, breathing reality. I'm not distant or detached. I'm right here, closer than your own heartbeat. Every moment, every breath, I'm at work in you, renewing your mind, healing your wounds, guiding your steps. And the best part? You don't have to do this alone. I'm with you every step of the way, empowering you, lifting you up, making you new. So don't get discouraged when you stumble. Don't beat yourself up when you fall short. Instead, lean on me. Let my life flow through you, bringing you strength, joy, and peace that the world can't give. Rejoice, because what's happening in you is nothing short of a miracle. It's easy to take it for granted, to get so caught up in the day-to-day that you forget just how extraordinary this journey really is. But pause for a moment and think about it. My spirit, the very spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead, is living in you, working in you, transforming you from the inside out. That's something to celebrate. So don't hold back your joy. Let it bubble up and overflow, touching every part of your life. Dance in the freedom that comes from knowing you're loved, forgiven, and free. Sing with all your heart, knowing that you're never alone. And when the challenges come, as they surely will, let that joy be your strength, carrying you through whatever comes your way. Thankfulness is the key that unlocks the door to a deeper relationship with me. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you open yourself up to receive even more of my blessings. It's like tuning in to the right frequency, allowing you to hear my voice more clearly, feel my presence more tangibly. So make it a habit to thank me, not just for the big things, but for the small, everyday moments of grace and beauty. Thank me for the sunrise that paints the sky with colors, for the laughter of loved ones, for the peace that comes in the stillness. And yes, thank me even in the hard times, because it's in those moments that you grow the most. Gratitude changes your perspective, shifting your focus from what you lack to all that you have in me. As you go through your day, I want you to rely on my spirit more than ever. Don't try to do it all on your own. You were never meant to. Life can be overwhelming, with its constant demands, pressures, and challenges. But you don't have to carry that weight by yourself. I've given you my spirit as your helper, your comforter, your guide. He's there with you in every moment, ready to give you the wisdom, strength, and peace you need. So don't rush through your day without acknowledging him. Take time to pause, to breathe, to listen. Let him lead you, direct your steps, show you the way. It's not about striving, it's about surrendering. Let go of the need to control, and trust that I've got you covered. My child, let's walk this journey together. Life is so much richer, so much fuller when you walk in step with me. It's like a dance where you and I move together in perfect harmony. But for that to happen, you have to let me lead. I won't force you. I'll never push or shove. But I'll invite you, gently, lovingly, to follow my lead. And when you do, you'll find a rhythm that is both beautiful and freeing. You'll discover a peace that comes from knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. So don't rush ahead, trying to figure it all out on your own. Don't lag behind, stuck in fear or doubt. Walk with me, one step at a time, trusting that I know the way. Collaboration with my spirit is the secret to a life of purpose and fulfillment. It's not about you doing all the work and then asking me to bless it. It's about you inviting me into every part of your life, allowing me to work through you, in you, around you. It's a partnership where you bring your willingness and I bring my power. And together we create something beautiful. So let go of the idea that you have to have it all figured out. You don't. Just bring me your heart, your hands, your time, and your talents, and watch what I can do with them. You'll be amazed at the doors that open, the opportunities that arise, the lives that are touched. It's not about perfection, it's about connection, staying connected to me and letting my spirit flow through you. There will be times when the road ahead seems uncertain, when you're not sure which way to go or what to do next. In those moments, don't panic. Don't let fear take over. Instead, pause, breathe, and consult with my spirit. He's your counselor, your guide, your friend. He knows the way, even when you don't. He sees the bigger picture, the path that leads to life and peace. So when you're faced with a decision, big or small, take a moment to ask him for guidance, and then listen, really listen, to what he has to say. It might come as a gentle whisper, a nudge in your spirit, a sense of peace or unease. Trust that he's leading you in the right direction, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. Know that you are never alone. I'm with you, always. My spirit dwells within you, and that's not something to take lightly. It's a powerful truth, one that can change the way you live, the way you think, the way you love. So embrace this wondrous way of living, this life of partnership with me. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid to lean on me, to depend on me, to trust in my love and my guidance. I've got plans for you, plans that are good, plans that will bring you hope and a future. So walk with me hand in hand, heart to heart, and watch as I lead you into the fullness of life that I have prepared for you. There's so much more ahead, my child, more than you can imagine, and I can't wait to share it all with you. My child, when you encounter problems, don't let them consume you. I know how your mind tends to zero in on the issue at hand, almost like it's the only thing that matters. But when you do that, you often miss the bigger picture. My presence right there with you. You start to feel like you're in a fight, trying to defeat whatever challenge has come your way. Your thoughts become like soldiers, marching toward an all-out war with this difficulty. And in this war, unless you completely conquer it, you might feel like you've lost. But oh, how different it could be if you just pause and remember me. Instead of diving headfirst into battle, bring that problem to me. Yes, talk to me about it, my child. I want to hear what's on your heart and mind. Share with me the things that weigh you down. As you do, you'll start to see your situation from a different angle. My angle. You'll find a space of peace between you and that issue. A space filled with my light. This light changes everything. It's like the difference between staring at something in the dark and seeing it in full daylight. What seems so overwhelming may begin to shrink in size, or you might even chuckle at how small it looks now. You see, my child, the problems of this world are never the whole story. They're just part of your journey. And while I know you'll face troubles, because trouble is a given in this world, don't let them steal your joy or peace. I'm always here, right by your side, ready to help you navigate through anything. Together, we can handle it. I want you to approach these challenges with a light touch, not with clenched fists and a racing heart. Trust that I've got you, that I see what's ahead, and that I'm working everything out for your good, even when it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes, when you're in the thick of a problem, it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But my child, you're not meant to carry that burden alone. I'm here, and I want to help you with it. All too often you forget that. You get caught up in the fight, in the struggle, and it's as if you're trying to prove something, but you don't need to prove anything to me. I know you, I see you, I love you just as you are. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Surrender it to me, and watch how I'll take that weight and turn it into something beautiful. Let's be real, my child. Life is tough. But guess what? So are you. Not because of your strength, but because of mine within you. When you come to me, you tap into a power far greater than your own. You don't have to tackle everything head-on all at once. That's not what I'm asking of you. I'm asking you to lean on me, to trust in me, to allow me to guide you through each step. When you do that, you'll find that the things that once seemed insurmountable start to diminish. They lose their hold on you, and you can move forward with a lighter heart. Let me tell you something. Worrying about a problem doesn't solve it. In fact, it often makes things worse. It ties you up in knots, makes your body tense, and robs you of your peace. But when you bring your concerns to me, you're doing something powerful. You're placing them in hands that can actually do something about them. My hands, not yours. And as you release those worries to me, you'll notice something incredible happening. You'll begin to relax. You'll feel a sense of relief knowing that I'm in control, not you. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. I see how seriously you take your problems. You often feel like everything depends on you, but that's a heavy load to bear, and it's not one I've asked you to carry. Yes, do your part. Take the steps you need to take. But remember, it's not all on you. I'm the one who holds the universe together, not you. So when you feel that pressure mounting, take a step back. Come to me. Talk to me. Let my light illuminate the path before you. You'll see things more clearly, and you'll find that some of the things you were so worked up about aren't as big as they seemed. There will always be problems. That's just part of living in this world. But here's the good news. I'm with you in every single one of them. You're never alone in facing whatever comes your way. I'm right there by your side, ready to lend a hand, to offer wisdom, to give you strength. So, when you're up against something tough, don't go it alone. Reach out to me. I'm here, and I'm eager to help you through it. Together, we can handle anything. And as you lean on me, you'll find that what once felt like an impossible mountain is just a small hill to climb. My child, I know you want to conquer your problems. That's natural. But don't let the drive to overcome them make you lose sight of me. Sometimes, in your determination, you focus so hard on the issue that you forget to bring it to me first. You dive into problem-solving mode, and before you know it, you're feeling stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. But that's not how I want you to live. I want you to approach life with a lightness of spirit, with the confidence that comes from knowing I'm in control. So next time something comes up, pause, take a breath, and bring it to me. Remember this: I'm always with you. No matter what you face, no matter how big or small the problem, I'm right there beside you. You don't have to face anything alone. And with me, you can approach even the toughest challenges with a sense of peace and calm. You'll find that when you trust in me, when you bring your concerns to me, life becomes a lot less heavy. So, keep your eyes on me, let my light shine on your path, and know that together we can handle whatever comes your way. You're never alone, never, not for a single moment. As you gaze upon the day ahead, you might see a twisted, winding path stretching out before you, branches splitting off in every conceivable direction. It might look like a tangled mess, impossible to navigate. But don't let that discourage you, my child. Remember, you're never alone on this journey. I'm right here with you, holding your hand, guiding you step by step. When you're overwhelmed by the complexity of the road, just remember that my guidance is as constant as your heartbeat. Relax and let my presence soothe your worries. As you look at the path through my eyes, you'll find the way isn't as bewildering as it first seemed. As you continue along this path, you might notice a gentle, peaceful fog beginning to settle over everything. It obscures your view and makes the road ahead seem unclear. This fog is not a barrier, but a blessing in disguise. It's my way of nudging you back into the present moment. I know you'd love to see the whole journey laid out before you, but that's not always possible. The fog keeps you focused on today, on the here and now. You see, my child, you can only connect with me in the present moment. And this moment is where I'm guiding you step by step. When the fog settles in, it's my invitation to turn your eyes inward and find peace in my presence. It's like a soft blanket, gently urging you to slow down and enjoy the serenity of the present. As you embrace this, you'll find that the fog is not something to fear, but something to cherish. It's a tool for your spiritual growth, helping you to concentrate on the path right in front of you. Through this, you'll discover that you don't need to see far ahead. You only need to trust me with each step you take. The fog may feel like it's hiding the path, but in truth, it's protecting you from the distractions of tomorrow. It's a gentle reminder that you only need to focus on today, on this moment. Each step you take is guided by my hand, and that's all you need to worry about. Trust that I will reveal the way as you go along, one step at a time. This process helps you learn to rely on me fully and to be present in each moment. And in doing so, you'll find peace and clarity even when things seem uncertain. There will come a time when the fog will no longer be needed. When you've learned to keep your eyes on me and the path right before you, the fog will lift and you'll see more clearly. Until then, cherish the lessons this misty moment brings. It's teaching you patience, trust, and the ability to be present. With each foggy step, you're growing closer to a deeper understanding of my presence in your life. And one day, you'll walk this path with a calm assurance, guided by my love and wisdom. Embrace the fog as a gift, not a hindrance. It's in these moments of obscurity that you can find a deeper connection with me. The more you focus on the present and rely on my guidance, the more you'll understand that the fog is there to help you, not to hinder you. It's a way to remind you of the importance of living in the moment, of finding joy and peace in the here and now. Let the fog be a reminder of my love and care, guiding you through each step with tenderness and wisdom. That even in the fog, I am with you. My presence is the steady beacon that guides you through the mist. You might not see the entire path, but that's okay. The fog is part of the journey, a gentle nudge to keep your eyes on the present and trust in my guidance. As you walk, know that I am holding your hand, leading you through each twist and turn with love and care. And as you move forward, you'll find that the fog will gradually lift, revealing the path ahead with clarity and peace. One day, you'll look back and see how the fog shaped your journey, teaching you to trust in my guidance and to find peace in the present. Until then, let each foggy day be a chance to deepen your relationship with me. Each step you take, guided by my hand, will bring you closer to the understanding that you don't need to see far ahead to find your way. Trust in the journey, in my presence, and in the lessons the fog brings. I'm here with you every step of the way, and that's all you need to know. So as you move through this day, let the fog be your teacher. Let it remind you of the importance of living in the moment and trusting in my guidance. Each step you take, no matter how obscured the path may seem, is a step toward greater understanding and closeness with me. Cherish the lessons the fog brings and know that, in time, you'll walk this path with greater clarity and confidence. Until then, hold fast to my hand and trust in the journey, for I am with you always. And remember, my child, that the fog won't last forever. It's a temporary veil that will eventually lift, revealing a clearer view of the path ahead. In the meantime, embrace the present moment with all its uncertainties, knowing that I am guiding you every step of the way. Your trust in me and your focus on the here and now will lead you to a deeper understanding of my love and a more profound peace. Keep walking with faith and patience, for you are never alone on this journey. Amen.